r/relationships. Jews88 says. Harmless texts or something more, women's advice encouraged. Too long, didn't read, not sure if these messages mean anything, if it's reciprocated, and not sure how to proceed. Hi, I'll preface this with a brief summary of our relationship. Me, 35 male, wife 43 female. Not sure if it matters, but I'm in great shape, and not the ugliest you've ever seen. The man in question is in his mid-60s by the looks of it. We have been together almost 10 years, 2 kids together, good jobs, good home, rarely, like almost never, fight. She's more driven, career-oriented but great mother and a great wife in general. She's the extrovert, I'm the introvert. We still go out, albeit not as often, kids do slow things down. I thought maybe it was normal that a relationship will change, especially as life gets in the way. It's no longer just about us after all. The sex life has slowed down over the years, which I'd expect. Still, I would guess on average once a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. She doesn't snap at me or yell or anything like that. I do feel that her tone can be condescending at times. Like the way you talk to a subordinate or a child when she's unhappy about something. And moving into the meat and potatoes. She's out of town for work/visiting family now. I'm home with the kids and a Facebook message pops up. I know the guy, much older. He worked with her for years. Never met him personally, and anytime she mentions getting together for a meal or drinks with him, it's never as a couple, just the two of them, or the two of them with their work friends. Now he travels the globe and occasionally his stops bring him here. I'm not a snooper, but this message was off, so I dug. The messages go back to 2019 I think, and from that date they seemed more friendly, and as the years get closer to present, I notice a shift in the language. From buddy to babe. I'll start with the most recent. Miss you babe. I'm in city tonight. I had dinner at restaurant with insert co-workers. Only you were missed. In fact, no secret if you were here with me, screw the rest, they'll understand. I asked, friend, to give you a big hug from me. Hugs babe. In our next life, you're not getting away from me. This was hearted by her. But no incriminating response on her behalf. Just a simple, sorry I missed it, hopefully next time, reply. All of her responses are very non-incriminating, a couple flirty ones I'll elaborate on later, and so I don't know whether this is just a creepy older man being a perv. Or if something went on that changed the narrative of his messages. Here's another, hi babe. I know you told me once that Monday nights are terrible nights for you to get away, but I was wondering if you do have time this coming Monday as I'll be in city for one evening. Staying at the hotel. We could go for dinner or just a drink and chat. Let me know if you're available at this point, or this babe banter started getting to me, and my heart started to sink into my gut as my mind starting working overdrive, so I kept reading, and my heart beat faster. Another recent message, hey babe. I'm sorry to say that I won't be going to city next week, shit, we would have had an awesome, long night. Can I get a rain check for another time? Again, sorry. And again, her response non-incriminating, a simple oh bugger. No worries, name, keep me posted on your next availability and I will always make time for you. Of course I had to read the rest now. For reference, many of the messages are about him traveling abroad and sharing his luxurious lifestyle. Here are the other messages that eat at my heart. This one really ate at me because I was away this week. Although their meetup didn't end up happening due to schedules, this was their chat. Done and done. Day 17th actually works quite well for me. Fingers crossed it pans out. Him, yes, where? Something hot as I haven't seen you for years. Backslash some chatting about scheduling slash where to go to eat him. K done what do you like for dinner? We got a lot to catch up on her. We sure do. Backslash offers opinions about restaurants backslash him. I may surprise you. Okay. Perfect. Can't wait to see you. Him. Plan a long evening, please. Don't rush home, as I don't know when we'll see each other again. Deal. Deal. There's countless instances of him saying stuff like so when are you coming with me on my next trip and stuff like that. Her replies are always things like oh it looks so amazing, it'd be there in a heartbeat. I'd know if she went on a week-long expedition that wasn't work, so I know she never has gone. She does tell me about his excursions and worldly travels. It's quite an interesting job, leaving out the details of his provocative messages as I've come to find out. These are the only flirty messages on her part 1 found. You left just in time. They are talking about the weather here. I would love to explore city with you. I can picture you in your Hawaiian shirt and me in a skirt drinking on the patio in the warm weather. And backslash pictures of a beach sent her. OMG. B today I fricked UPL love the sunset photos. We could be skinny dipping. Him. Now you're teasing me. Ha. You know me too well. Him. Haha. I can only imagine if you were here too. Backslash sends a pull photo. When she had to go somewhere for work he sends this message. Him. Shit, I got to figure out a way to get to city. May need to crash in your room though. Too expensive to pay for a room there. Don't snore. Cuddle like a bear or can sleep on the floor. Can you handle that? There was no meetup, but she had to go back in May to the same place and this is his message. Him. Got a room for me to crash in. Your room. I can behave, or not. Him. I'm supposed to go to Rome at the end of May and sail on a luxury yacht to Croatia. I would love to take you with me in a heartbeat if I could. Definitely in our next life we are together. Hugs. There were a few messages that talks about being together in their next lives. Which makes me believe something happened that crossed a line, but she withdrew. There was a message in April 2022 from him saying, him, awesome. Can't wait till I can give you a big hug. Is hugging allowed? Absolutely. Him, awesome. I was worried that we couldn't hug anymore. This felt off, like she broke it off, or stepped back or something. Am I reading too much into this? Is it harmless text messages, or does something smell off? They never directly say anything sexual, so I don't know how to read this. At the very least, I think it's crossing a line, to be calling another man's woman babe, and talking about being together in another life, and hugging and going away together, even if it is jokingly. And the fact that in all these messages, she never talks about me, I'm referenced, only when it involves their scheduling. She mentioned my son once, when asked about his birthday. I'm curious to know what someone with similar experience might have to think. I won't pretend to know women, so I'd very much appreciate the advice of a woman to chime in on this situation. How do I confront this situation? Do I sit back and gather more intel before confronting her or A? Silly_Marion 808 says, find the best divorce attorney in the state and put them on retainer before you bring this up. You'll thank me later. Alec Thewsome 23 says, okay, so one of two things is going on here. Well, first and foremost, this guy obviously wants to get with your wife. I read this as we should get together. You don't want to? Well, I was kidding, haha, but if she had said yes he would be fully on board. But in terms of her reaction, this is one of two things. 1. She fully knows what's going on, and while it doesn't seem like she wants to cheat on you with him, she enjoys the attention. 2. She somehow doesn't see what's going on here, and is mistaking it all for him just being really nice. Since she didn't flirt with him that much, I have a feeling it's #2. in which case I'd have a conversation about it. Firstly, start off with apologizing for digging through her texts, but say that you are worried that he is into you and you are worried about her getting taken advantage of. Then see what happens. If she doesn't believe it, show the texts and show her how they are flirting and what his intentions are. And if it is option #1, well, you have a whole other problem you have to talk about now. Judy7679 says, if this is not over the boundary, it is hugging it. Also, do not feel guilty for reading the exchanges. If the shoe was on the other foot, believe me, she would have read them too. Having said that, the glue that holds a marriage together is communication. Sit her down and ask her what is up with Sean, because you saw a strange message on her device. Good luck. Vexeling says, as someone who was cheated on, this is the kind of stuff I would find on his phone between him and her. The only difference is it's glaringly obvious from his hugging still allowed that she has set some kind of boundary he didn't like. Is she generally a person who fawns instead of fighting or fleeing? Maybe trauma that made her a people pleaser? If so, I can see this as her being too nice to cut him off completely. But the skinny dipping comment is a hole in that theory. You need to talk to her. Admit you snooped, but be gentle and firm. No accusations. If you stay calm and she gets heated, there's your answer. If she is remorseful, there's hope. You don't deserve this. I hope you find peace. Male obsessed says, I would not like this at all. He definitely wants your wife. But it doesn't appear that she does. Maybe he has good contacts with his job that coincides with hers, and she had to keep him around for information or connections? IDK, but you need to talk with your wife. How she reacts will tell you everything you need to know. Playing Grab Ass says, best case scenario, he's flirting with her hard and she's not shutting it down / enjoying the attention. But that's also exactly how most affairs start, so it certainly could be heading, or could already have entered much more dangerous territory. It's absolutely worth bringing up. That said, she knows him professionally, and it sounds like he's quite wealthy / ostensibly successful. Is he in a position of power or influence over her? Is he a big name in her field / professional world? This could very easily be a case of sexual harassment. It's possible that, if she's very career driven, she simply understands that shutting this guy down and bruising his ego would potentially close doors for her, so she engages just enough to maintain an influential connection. I wouldn't bring this up as a possibility for her when I asked about it, because I wouldn't want to color what she tells me or give her any ideas on plausible excuses. I would ask about the texts in the most neutral tone of concern and hurt that I could muster. But depending on her answer, I think there is a real possibility that this is a case of him trying to mix business with pleasure, and her feeling like the only professionally wise response is to silently add preserving and expanding my career options by humoring creepy powerful men to her CV. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe